of the construction projects. Okay, construction projects are different from other type of projects or from other fields, other engineering fields or other industrial fields. Okay, so first of all, what is a project? How do we define a project? First of all, project is a temporary endeavor. It's a temporary activity. It's an effort which is supposed to end somewhere. Okay, some activities are continuous, like what activities we always do? Sleeping and what? Eating, walking, and nothing above the animal instincts, right? Learning, okay. Learning, okay. We call it lifelong learning. So learning is not a project. Okay, eating and sleeping is not a project. Okay, walking, yes, like walking. Okay. So, but a project is supposed to end. It has a start and an end. Okay, so it's temporary. It's an activity or an effort which is supposed to end. And within a project, we have a sequence of activities. Okay, so sequence means must be done in a certain order. Okay, without order, it will not be completed. Okay, and you have limited resources for it. Your resources are limited. One resource I already mentioned, your time. I said it's temporary, right? Your time is limited. Yeah, it's supposed to end, and it is supposed to end at this time. Okay, not whenever you want. What is the other limitation of a project? So time is one limitation. The other one, budget, cost. What else? What else? I already said. People. Okay. People. How many people you can arrange for this project? I am a big company. I am running 10 projects. Okay. Or I have 2 or 3 excavators in my company. How many people I can put on one project? Okay. So people is also a valuable resource.
Members of the project.
Yeah. How many people you can assign to the project from your organization? You are an organization, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many people you can assign? Okay. So it's part of the resources. Resources is time, budget, equipment, and people, and all these things. So everything is limited. Okay. It must be done under these limitations. And then you are trying to produce a unique product or service. First of all, unique. It has not been done before. This is why it is different from other industries. Okay, so when they make a car, okay, the car manufacturing factories or industries, whatever you call it, okay, so they are doing it continuously, right? The same thing. Every car has to be with the same spec. Okay, they are producing phones. Okay, so which one is it? Which one is it? Yeah, which iPhone? iPhone 10. Okay, so every iPhone 10 must be of the same specification, right? Yeah. You will not. My iPhone is 10 is this, and her or his iPhone 10 is different. It will not work. Okay, so it's repetition. Industry, there is repetition. Okay, so it's not a project because you are repeating the entire thing and you have to repeat it. Okay, letter by letter, word by word, or point by point. A project is something different. Okay, I have constructed 10 houses, but every house was different from the previous one. It was at a different place, at a different time, with a different people. Okay, so it's unique. Every project is unique, different from the other, from one aspect or the other. Clear? Okay. And it could be a product, it could be a service. A project could be for a product, it could be for a service. Okay, product, I already gave the example, right? A house is a product. A phone is a product. A car is a product. Service. Give me an example of a service. Car service? Okay. Could be. If you are developing some new kind of service. Internet, yeah. When they developed that, that was a project. Internet, when they developed, it's a service, right? Internet is a service. Okay. These apps are what? It's a service. It's not a product. Huh? You cannot put an app in my hand. Okay, take this. Go home. Right? Okay. Something which is not physical. It's a service. Something which is not physical. It's a service. So internet or app or software, these are all services. So people develop software, right?
Yes.
People develop apps. So these are service projects. Okay. And I already mentioned these. Yeah. One more limitation which I forgot is specification. Okay. The client is telling you, I want this. Okay. You give him, you finish on time within budget, but the result is not up according to his expectation. So it's a failed project, right? You ask him to construct a 2-story house. Okay, in 6 months with this much X amount of budget. You take the full X amount of budget, you do it in 5 months. Not even 6, 5 months. Okay, but in the end it's a 1-story house. You will not accept it. Okay, but the specification obviously means more detail, not just the number of stories. Okay, yeah, he built a 2-story house, but there are no rooms. The specification go in more details. Okay, how do we measure the success of our project? How do we say the project successful or unsuccessful? These are the normal 4 parameters, but there could be others. Okay, nowadays people pay more emphasis on how you dealt with me, how you handled me. Okay, this guy is very good, but he doesn't call me sir. He doesn't call me madam or ma'am or whatever. I'll not go to him. That one charges more and doesn't finish on time, but whenever I go to him, he gives me and he always calls me sir, and he always stands for me and so on. Okay, so he is a good man. All his projects are successful, and whatever he is doing, that is not successful. Okay, other things as well, but these are the normal 4 parameters which works for everybody. Okay, so first of all, quality or performance of the work. Okay, take a small example of because it's more obvious there. You are doing repainting of your house. Okay, so he did the repainting of the entire house, but there are some patches left here and there. Okay, the walls don't look smooth now. They are not shiny as I wanted. Okay, so this is related to the specification. Yeah, he did the job. Yes, he finished the job. Yes, but it's not as I wanted. I'm not happy with it. Okay, so this comes under quality and performance. Meeting the expectation. Meeting the expectation. Okay, then we have resources. Yeah, he did the things, but in the end, he took more material. He put more material than what was required, or he used. He could have used equipments where he used labor and so on and so forth. Okay, so resources. Okay, so you judge him on the basis of resources. Okay, how many people he used, what type of equipment he used. Okay, was his equipment old? Were his or her people skilled enough? Did they knew the job, or was okay, they did the job, but I was always there to tell them how to do it. The resources are not good then. Okay, did he do it in time, on time, before time, after time? Okay, did he do it within the cost? The money which I gave him, did he do it within it, or did he spend more, okay, than the planned budget? Okay, type of construction projects. One thing you have to keep in mind. We have residential building projects. Okay, so residential building doesn't mean a 20-story building. A villa is a residential building. Okay, a villa is a residential building. There. Then we have non-residential building. Non-residential building means what? Tell me. companies, like they're building what? They're building for their huh? Malls, factories, no factories are there's another category. Okay, office buildings. And what is this? Huh?
Sorry, you mean huge project?
No, buildings. Building. What is this? Huh? So is it residential, not residential? Not residential, right? Okay, some people sleep here during the class. It's still non-residential. Okay, they're treated like home. Huh? I go in the class, I feel very relaxed until Dr. Nab starts shouting. So, non-residential buildings, educational, hospitals, okay, office, malls, offices, okay. Then we have infrastructure and heavy construction. I used this word earlier as well. Infrastructure includes what? Tell me. Infrastructure or heavy construction includes what? Tell me. Huh? Skyscrapers, okay, fine. Huh? The roads. All highway projects come under infrastructure.
Take much
Bridges. Huh?
time. Take much time to complete.
Yes. Usually they are bigger than normal building projects. What else in infrastructure? So highways, bridges, what else? Yeah. The drainage lines, the pipelines, oil pipeline, water pipeline, okay, electricity lines, all of them are part of infrastructure. Okay? Clear? The towers you have for mobile phones and so on. Okay, so all of them are infrastructure. Anything which is used for general service. You have heard about the metro project, right? The metro bus project. This is also infrastructure. Anything which is for general use, for public, like roads and bridges and water and electricity and internet. Okay, anything related to that comes under infrastructure. And normally they obviously now. You're doing it for the entire area, right? It will be bigger, a big project. Got it? And then we have the industrial construction. Industrial means industries, factories, and so on. Clear? So these are the usual or the common categories of construction projects. You can have others as well. A special. There was actually another. Yeah, sorry. A special purpose. Anything which does not come under any of these, but it involves some construction work, so it will. You can fit it in a special purpose. Okay, like they're doing in Saudi. They're building a new city, right? Football stadium. Okay, but they are building a new city in the north. The line, yeah, the line. Right. Okay. So the NEOM project, for example, yes. Okay. So you can put them under special purpose. Okay. They are doing something innovative. Okay. Something which has not been done before. It comes under here. Okay. Most of the projects are what? See the pie chart. Huh? Now private means what?
Because special purpose construction, you mean unique project.
Yeah. Okay. So most of them are what? Private buildings, mainly residential buildings. Okay, so obviously our main concern is housing. Agree?
Yes.
You look worried. Yes, our main concern is housing. Okay, our main concern is what? Housing. We need a place to live. Okay, everybody needs a place to live. Okay, so the highest amount of projects you have, the major chunk of the construction project is in the housing projects. Okay. Okay, why projects normally fail? Inadequate project formulation. So when you go to the project, like you will select a project, you go there, you will find that they are saying, okay, our planned date was March, but now it will take 2 months more. And then you ask why? Why is that? Okay, so maybe you will find one of those reasons there. One of these reasons. Okay. if you are asking the contractor, you may always hear this, the first point. Okay, inadequate project formulation. Okay, you will always hear this from the contractor. What does it mean? So when you were giving the contract, when you were hiring the contractor, you told him you will do X, Y, and Z. When he started the work, and he came to you, now you have this thing as well. The client said, no, it's part of X, Y, and Z. He said, no. It's not part of this. It's a new activity. It's a new job. Okay. So they get into conflict. Okay. He will stop the work, and they will agree on time and budget and so on. Okay. So project formulation means formulating the plan for the construction when you are giving him the job. So if you miss something there from your side or the contractor side, the client side or the contractor side, it will eventually come up and it will hold your work. Okay, it will have extra cost and so on. So the contractor thought maybe this is part of the job or this is not part of the job, so he gave you less budget. Okay, now you're saying no, this is also part of your job. You have to do this as well. For example, site cleaning. You didn't write it in the plan. Then no, your site is full of water. What am I supposed to do? He said no. I said excavation. The excavation means you have to clean the site first. Then no. Cleaning means I will just clean it. If there's water there, I have to put pumps there. Okay, so this sort of thing. You get the idea now? New activities which were not included clearly in the job when it was given. This comes under inadequate project formulation. So all the relevant activities must be agreed on by all parties. If you don't do this, it will result in failure of the project, or can result in failure of the project. Poor planning for implementation. So the activities are there, I know what to do, but I did not plan for it properly. Planning comes, I did not assign enough budget, I did not assign enough people, I did not calculate the real time, how much time it is supposed to take. This all comes under planning. Okay. Planning means now you are allocating the resources and you are calculating how much cost you need, how much time you need, how many people you need. If it is not done properly, in some companies, for example, they say this for this type of project, we always have one excavator and one site engineer and 10 labor and so on. This is enough. We know this. Okay. So the new project comes, they send these people and they are happy. It's done. Okay. Then they get a call. No, on this location we have a new problem now. Now we need more people. Okay. So proper planning means that you should plan for the project itself. Okay. Don't assume things. Planning should be realistic and accurate as much as possible. Lack of proper contract planning and management. Construction projects are done in real life, in the field, okay, open air, anything can happen. Rain, fog, sandstorm, okay, accident, anything can happen, right? Okay, so even if you do proper planning and formulation, these things can happen, unexpected events can happen, okay. So is there a clause in the contract on how to manage these things? If something goes wrong, how will it be managed? Okay, some organizations, big organizations especially, and people who are very experienced, they have their own plan. If something goes wrong, we will do this, and the work keeps on moving on without any interruption. Okay? So how do you manage the changes when they appear? Okay, or you did not do proper planning, or you did not do proper formulation, but this process is done properly. So there is a chance that the project may still not fail. Something came up, there was a conflict, but we have a procedure in place to do what to know what to do in these situations. Okay, so we reported to this guy, he filed a report, and it went happily, no problem. Okay, so if you don't do this, then even the things which are according to plan can go wrong. Okay, I have seen people at 3 a.m. they are calling here and there because they don't know who to call, which person to go to, who is responsible for this. My friend was telling me maybe 2 days ago, they were doing some piling work and the water came up. Okay, the groundwater came up. So obviously now you cannot do construction, right? You have to stop. The people there didn't know what to do. He is in another company. They were calling him 6 a.m. in the morning. So you see? So that person doesn't know who to call, who to go to. Okay? So this should all be a part of the planning. Okay? Lack of project management during execution. Okay, you planned everything very good. There are procedures in place. Okay, but your site engineer always comes in the afternoon because he thinks everything is done properly. I have already given the instructions to everybody. Now I don't have to be on the site for 6-7 hours. No, you still have to be there. Okay, so improper execution. People who are doing the job were not doing it seriously, okay, or they were not doing it as they were supposed to be done, as it is supposed to be done. Okay, for example, somebody was laying out bricks or these tiles, for example. Okay, they said, okay, one tile looks a little bit skewed, this one is broken, this one is like this, let it go. They don't let it go. Okay, here you don't let it go. Clear? Okay. What is the purpose of telling you all these things? So that when you go to the site and you